Yo, what it do, everybody? This is Corey Smith, aka Seaboard Ballin', and welcome to Talk NBA. If this is your first time seeing my videos, subscribe to my channel below, and don't forget to come back, check out the highlights roughly 20-25 minutes after the game, and don't just be a viewer, join the discussion, post the comments and everything I say you're going to agree with, and let's jump straight into the action. The New York Knicks versus the Boston Celtics, game of the night. In the blue corner, you got the 6'8", 230 pounds, Carmelo Anthony. And in the green corner, you got the 6'11", 253 pounds, bit slap, Tim Duncan, Kevin Garnett. Now, the only two things that's separating these two guys right now is age difference. So it's definitely going to be a good matchup. Definitely want to see these two guys get at it. Now, the only question I have is, will they put on the mittens this time, or will they go at it bare knuckles? That's all I want to know right now. Now, Melo was the big loser in last match. Melo teams end up losing the game. On top of that, he got a one game suspension because Kevin Garnett beat him up mentally. He didn't even swing at the guy, beat him up mentally. So Melo served a 1 game suspension for that. Now the Knicks in Boston, the Knicks are struggling right now, but they're in Boston to top that off. You know, after Boston beat them in New York, they lost 4, including that game that Boston beat them. They lost 4 of their last 6. And to top that off, they lost 13 straight games in Boston. So with that being said, you know, this is going to be a real good game because of the simple fact that what went down with Carmelo Anthony and Kevin Garnett in New York, here they are in Boston. These are teams that could meet. This is a division game right here. This is a huge game. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, Knicks is expecting to bounce back. You know, they lost the game in New York versus Boston, so they have to try to bounce back on top of, you know, struggling right now. However, in the other hand, Boston, after they beat New York, they lost 4 straight games right now. They're trying to avoid their 5th straight loss. You know, Rajon Rondo he ain't been able to control his temper. The guy's just been snapping and getting suspended. You know what I mean? He came back versus the Cavaliers and almost put up a triple-double performance. However, Boston still lost. And on top of that, Paul Pierce has been shooting the ball horrific. The guy was 3 for 15 from the field. So the key to Boston winning this game is going to be Paul Pierce. And the key to New York winning this game is going to obviously be Carmelo Anthony. He has to freaking bring his game. He has to bring his A game in Boston right now because, you know, this is going to be a real emotional game. The crowd is going to be booing him on every time he touches the basketball. So, you know, this is going to be a real good showdown. But I'm an anti-New York fan, and also I'm an anti-Boston fan. As you can see, I'm in white. I'm neutral right now. But just because of the simple fact that I'm more of an anti-Boston Celtics fan, I'm going to go with the New York Knicks to win this game because of the simple fact that the Knicks is struggling, and this would be a great time for them for Carmelo and his New York Knicks to bounce back, and this would be a good win for them to take one back at the Garden, stopping their 13-game skid in Boston. Definitely got to go with the New York Knicks, and I expect Carmelo Anthony to have a great game coming into I say 30 or more points for Carmelo tonight, just because of the simple fact that he's angry right now because of the whole what went down. You know, he said something about what he says. He said Kevin Garnett said something about the man's his wife. You know what I mean? Carmelo's wife is beautiful, by the way. Just to throw that out there. You know, it's bad. You know what I mean? But I'm gonna go with Carmelo Anthony and the New York Knicks. Let me know what your thoughts are. Let me know who your pick are. Do you think Carmelo and Kevin Garnett is gonna go at it again, or, you know, do you think they're just gonna play basketball? I expect somebody to get kicked out of this game, point blank. Period. That's just me though. I don't know about you. I expect somebody to get kicked out of this game because this is a rivalry game right here. So somebody's gonna be kicked out. I don't know who it is, but somebody will be kicked out. But highlights will be in video response below. Thank you for watching. Don't just be a viewer. Join the discussion, post comments. Obviously, not everything I say you're going to agree with. And holla at your boy. Deuces.